Good morning, family, and welcome back. This is the second part, yo-yo pumpkins. We're going to make some pumpkins from the yo-yo pattern just like we made with the table runner. So you'll just need fabric, stuffing, polyester stuffing, and needle and thread. So I'm basically taking a lid, and this is a rather large lid, to make a perfect circle. And this is about the size of the pumpkin I want. If you want to make a smaller pumpkin, you use a smaller round pattern. And then you're just going to cut this out. This is cotton fabric. It's Waverly prints from Walmart. They're very inexpensive and they come in 1 yard packets. So I've cut out two, and I'm going to use the same process as I did the yo-yos and just fold the edge down a little bit and go all the way around using a simple straight stitch. Now every 2 inches I would pull my gathers tight and tie a knot. Because this is such a large circle and the thread could easily break, I did that every 2 to 3 inches, tied a knot. You're going to go all the way around, pull it tight, tie it off, and then you got this nice little pumpkin. And we're going to stuff it with the polyester foam. You know, this craft is perfect for kids, boys or girls. It teaches them basic sewing techniques, and it's just a very fun craft. Something to keep them busy while they're waiting for school to start. Go ahead and make up some of these and have them ready for fall. So just stuffing and kind of pushing it down in with my thumb. I want it nice and full so I've got a nice round pumpkin. Of course, you can use any kind of material. There's so many beautiful fall prints. You can make your pumpkin any color, any size with this technique. And now we're getting ready to cut out a stem, and I don't usually use a pattern. I just took a square of fabric and I'm going to cut it into a rectangle, and I hold it up to the pumpkin hole to make sure that it will fit, and then I just cut it, and then I'm going to go to the top and kind of do a diagonal cut to make it look like a stem. Now with some brown thread, I'm going to sew 2 sides, leaving the bottom of the stem open. Now you could do this on your sewing machine. I'm just standing here, so I went ahead and just sewed it by hand. Straight stitch across, very easy. And also your stem size depends on the size of your pumpkins. You don't want a great big stem for a small pumpkin. And then I pulled and gathered it a little bit so that the stem will bend. And I'm going to tie off a knot. Now, in order to keep that stuffing from showing through the seam, I went back around and did a whip stitch. That's where I go under, over, and then back under the fabric, all the way around again. Just kind of keeping that thread tight. So then when it turns and I stuff it, you're not going to see the stuffing. If you do this on the sewing machine, you don't really have to worry about this step. So after it has been sewn, we're going to turn it. And this is where you can use a pencil. I'm going to use the tip of my scissors, but you just turn it so that the seams are on the inside of the stem, and then just push it through. See how easy that is? Perfect little stem. You don't need a pattern. Very easy. And now we're going to stuff it with the polyester foam stuffing. That you can also get in the craft section at Walmart. So I just rolled it a little bit, kind of got it tight, and then I just push it in. Using my thumb, I just push that stuffing up into the stem. Very easy, very quick craft, and you want a nice and firm look to your stem. And then you just push it down into the pumpkin. Now you could go back and add some green felt leaves to this if you wanted to. Get a piece of green felt, cut out some pretty leaves, and then just hot glue them around. And there's the two different sizes I've made. Now I like to keep it secure, so I'm going to put a big dollop of glue in there, hot glue. I love my hot glue gun. And that will kind of hold the stem and keep the little ones from yanking it out. Again, this is a perfect craft for kids. I would say ages 7 and up could do this. And if they're waiting for school to start and they're bored and want something to do, you could certainly pull this out and do it. Now let's look and see how it turns out with my yo-yo table runner. I've got this setting on a little buffet. I think it turned out pretty cute. I may go back and get some green felt and put some green leaves around the pumpkins. See how pretty that looks? That's going to be nice for fall. Now's the time to get that stuff done because you're going to be busy in the fall. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you find it easy to make. And also, of course, there is the ultimate yo-yo pumpkin I found on Pinterest where you actually glue the yo-yos to the pumpkin. Isn't that pretty? I think I'm going to make one of those. I got to make some more yo-yos. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'd like to thank Miss Robbie Lynn from the Homesteading Pastor. She alerted me that my comments weren't showing. And I thought, well, nobody likes my channel. But I went in and all my comments from months have been held in review. So thank you so much, Robbie Lynn, for bringing that to my attention. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a very blessed day.